Hello everyone and welcome to the continuation of Chris' story in Resident Evil. Just so you know, that is the screen that you get, or that is the message that you get once you load the game after saving it. So I'm going to be taking the first aid spray because we're about to face off against Yawn. I'm not gonna edit out the door animations anymore because that's way too much editing. That will only eliminate probably just 2 minutes of the video. I should have edited out the stair animations because they take longer than door animations, but it's whatever. It's over, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. So we're gonna head over here, and I think the helmet key only has 4 doors. Only uses 4 doors. Or 4 uses. It has 4 uses. We're looking at a piano. Oh boy, there goes Yawn. Okay, now it's time to fight and finish off Yawn. This time you actually have to fight him. Oh my goodness, this hitbox is absolute bullcrap. I really have no explanation on how to fight Yawn without getting damaged. And I actually don't think Yawn poisons you at this point. He actually only poisons you at the beginning of the game. When you first encounter him. But yeah, his body has disintegrated somehow. I have absolutely no idea, but I digress. We're just gonna jump down here because there's something down here. This will take us to the bottom floor of the mansion, or the bottom, or the underground section of the mansion. Imagine if someone was just trapped down there. If we head over here, there's a zombie guarding these shotgun shells. I'm waiting for him to get close enough for a headshot range. I was waiting for him to get close enough to headshot range. I didn't want to get too close to him, but just enough to where he's in headshot range. We're just going to ignore that. And that's that. Here we are in this very disgusting kitchen. Be sure to grab the small key, because there's a drawer we need to unlock. Before you go any further, shoot down the zombie. He's not going to do anything. He's too lazy to move. It might take you 1 to 2 shots, but you'll be able to tell when it's going to die, because it will bleed out. So we're just going to ride up this elevator, and it will take us all the way to the 2nd floor. Go ahead and shoot that zombie down. If we head into this room, there's a key item that we need to get. Probably the most important thing that we need to collect. Well, actually, it is. Yeah, it is the most important. Because this is the one item that we need to progress through the game, to the next part of the game. Here's the battery. We need to take this back. We can use this to move the elevator. That is outside of the mansion. That is outside the mansion. In the courtyard. I just went ahead and shot that zombie. Because, he was probably just going to get in the way anyway. If we go in here, here are Magnum rounds. Now, the Magnum is the most powerful handgun that you can get in the game. If we push this shelf out of the way... excuse me, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill you too. There's a door right here. There's an increment on the table, I'm just going to ignore that, but if we head to the window, I can look over the courtyard from here. It's a heliport, helicopter port. If I could contact the other members from there. That's basically, the end of the game. The helicopter port is, where the game ends. Basically. This file is very crazy. Scrapbook has been filed. If we go in here, there's another item that we can pick up. What you want to do is push this all the way through. I mean, all the way to the corner, the next corner. You can turn on that light if you want to. I mean, once you memorize where the statue goes, you won't need the light. But it's useful if you don't know where the statue goes. And here is the MO disc. One of the 3 MO discs. This is very important for the end of the game, especially for the end of the game. If you want to get the best ending for Chris and or Jill, you will need to collect the MO discs. Just so happens that is the only MO disc in the mansion part of the game. There's a green herb. I can't even pick that up. So there's nothing else for Chris to explore. So we're just gonna go back down. Almost Christmas time. What's this? That is one ashy hand, an arm. Okay, it was just a zombie. Goodbye. I mean, honestly, that was a little bit pointless, but it is what it is. Wait, did I forget something? Here I am, just mashing the X button, trying to see if there is anything in this room that I could collect. But I didn't find anything. Now, frankly, I would have played this game back in October, but back then I didn't even own this game. And when I heard that this game was going to be included with the PlayStation Classic, I decided I'll wait for that to come out. But it's pointless now because I don't even have the PlayStation Classic, and I'm not going to get it because it's a piece of garbage. So I'm just gonna blind shot these hunters. I just heard the hunter jump. That was a really close one. And they are dead. So there's a hunter right around this corner. There it is. Why did I shoot up? Yep, that's the attack that I was talking about earlier in the last part. Whoa, that was a close one. That was a really close one. That almost ended my run. The hunter just used one of those hunters actually just used an attack where they could have just ripped my freaking head off. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh, that's not good either. Yeah, why did I put them? Oh, another close call. He almost killed me. He almost killed me. My goodness. 2 close calls. I would have been dead anyway. Oh, I forgot I sped up the footage here too. So we have the Magnum rounds, but we can't really do anything with them until we collect the Magnum itself. But in order to collect the Magnum, there's a place that we need to visit. Just ignore that hunter. Just don't go anywhere near it. If you're going up the stairs, hurry up and go up the stairs. Dang it. And that's it for the helmet key. We no longer need it, so just get rid of it. After I killed that one hunter, I wanted to hurry up and go inside this room before the other one appears, because there's 2 hunters in that area. Wow, shells and Magnum rounds? Orders. Looks like Umbrella is trying to eliminate stars. Just push this staircase right there, but before you go up the staircase, turn off the lights. Now go up the staircase and examine this deer head. yeah, not much of a puzzle if it's that easy. Because I actually wasn't expecting it to be that easy to where I could just grab the eyeball or the red gem out of the deer's head. So now I'm gonna go back into the room and um, combine the magnum rounds again. What's great about the magnum is that it could kill hunters in one shot. I decided to put the shotgun down for some reason. I didn't really even have to, but I just decided to put it down for right now. Run away and don't let that hunter get close to you whatsoever. So I think it's pretty obvious where the red gem goes. So let's go ahead and take it back. I mean, take it to where it belongs. I didn't need to examine that again, but so be it. And here's the Colt Python, which is if you can guess, the Magnum. I just called it the Magnum because I actually didn't even remember the actual name of the gun, but it's called the Colt Python. There's another room I forgot to show. Oh, I guess I'm not going to show it here. Oh wait, yes I am. For some reason I forgot to show off the sequence earlier in the game. Now it really has no effect. Yeah, I should have went into this room earlier. Then it would have played different music. It would have played the intense music that would have played when you would go into the hallway where the Cerberus come through the windows, break through the windows. This diary is very disturbing. It would be very graphic if this was a comic book. If they actually show the events of whatever happened in that book, that would be very disgusting and stomach churning. Okay, so there are spiders that invade this hallway after you collect the helmet key. But just hug the walls and just run, and you won't have to encounter them at all, even if they fall from the ceiling. Besides, there's really no point in wasting ammunition because you're just going to put yourself in danger doing that. Yep. Isn't the coal python amazing? Right as I aimed, it just jumped. Very unfortunate. But we're basically done with the mansion, and we never have to come back here again, because we explored pretty much every single aspect of it. There's only one thing left to do, and that is to grind for herbs. But I'm gonna skip that part because that's just gonna drag out the video, and I didn't want this video any longer than 25 minutes. So, now we have to go back to the courtyard and put the battery back in the wall to activate the elevator. Now, you might be wondering, why do you need the battery to activate the elevator on the other side of the courtyard? At the bottom floor of the courtyard. Well, if you remember why we needed the square crank, the square crank was used to drain the water so that we could get to the other side. Here's where the battery goes, and now the elevator is working. But our adventure doesn't end there. Now we need the square crank to close the gate. Here's the map to the garden. I'm just gonna speed this up. So take the square crank and close the gate. This will stop the waterfall, thus covering a new section of the game that we haven't explored yet. And let's get to the part where I save the game. But needless to say, if I went to go back and save the game, I'm just going to ignore the Cerberus because there's no point in dealing with him. Here's a ladder that leads to a new part of the game that we haven't explored yet. So with this, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Stay tuned for more of Chris' story in Resident Evil. See you guys next time.